To access video editing features in Canva, simply click on your video, and then in the toolbar above the video you will find all the important video editing functions. Started by Edit Video, where you will find video effects, and the Adjust Beta panel, where you can change the overall appearance of your video. For example, you can change the brightness of the video, and you can also easily adjust the contrast, for instance. Then the next option here with the scissors is actually the Trim Video function. That will let you trim your videos to a certain length. Then we have a couple of different playback options. We then have a crop feature here that lets you change the size of your video, followed by flip that lets you easily flip your video either horizontally or vertically. And last but not least, with animate you also have the possibility to animate certain elements of your video. Now we will go through each of these features one by one in utmost detail, but I think I will need some assistance at this point, so please let me summon my superhero friend to assist us in this matter. Tutorial Tina! Okay, now that we got Tina with us, let's get started. Remember, to access the video editing features you will have to click on the video first, and then all these options will appear just above it. Let us start now with the first one in the line, which is Edit Video. Click on it, and there you will have the Effects panel and also the Adjust panel. For now we're just going to talk about the Adjust panel because this is the most important section in the Edit Video panel. Now all of these faders here will help you to adjust the overall look of your video. This is really cool and lets you change the appearance of your videos with just a few clicks. In fact, Canva has just very recently added these features, and before that there was no way for you to really manipulate the look of your video within Canva. So all the color grading and simple changes to the lighting and so on had to be done outside of Canva in third-party software. This is no longer the case, at least not necessarily. So let me give you a few examples of what can be done here.
Hold on, you mean I will give some examples of what can be done here?
Okay, Tina, I'm sorry, really.
So for example, as you can see here, our footage is far too bright. We can easily adjust that by using the brightness fader, so we are just going to reduce the brightness here to maybe, let's say 20, and that looks far better, right? Another common thing to do is to actually increase the saturation a little bit. This will really bring your footage to life. So let us increase the saturation here a bit, okay? Oh, much better, look at that orange now. Alternatively, if you would like to give your footage a retro look, you could also put the saturation all the way down to make your footage black and white. Now, last but not least, notice that there are a lot of shadows in this video. You could easily adjust that by using the shadows fader here.
Awesome input, Tina, thank you very much. So as you see, there's a lot of stuff for you to play around with, and of course the exact settings vary depending on your footage. But generally speaking, all you want to do in here is just to make a few very quick tweaks. What I usually do is I simply play a little bit with the brightness and adjust the saturation. And that's usually all you need, unless you want to get super granular with it. Now that we have sorted that one out, let us move on. The next thing we're going to talk about is trimming videos in Canva. To trim a video in Canva, make sure that the footage is selected and then click here on this scissors symbol in the toolbar. And this really is where things get interesting. First of all, note that here on top now we have a video bar. And what is between those two purple handles here is actually the portion of our video clip that is selected for playback. Now we can obviously manually adjust that. If you would just like to play a portion of this video clip that is actually situated in the middle of the video clip, you can obviously also very easily do that by simply dragging the purple handles accordingly. So let's assume that I would like to play the portion of this clip that starts after 6 seconds. I would simply drag here to the right from the beginning until 6 seconds. And maybe that sequence would just be something like 3 seconds. Then I would also adjust the ending point and drag it to the left here and put that to around 9 seconds. So we would actually end up with a 3-second long section out of this clip starting from here going to here. In case I would like to select the full clip, then I can simply hover over the handle here at the end and drag that to the right. And we can do that with every single video clip that is part of our video. Because in many cases your video will be made out of multiple video clips and not just one. And this is actually where our timeline here under the video comes into play. As you can see in my case, we have multiple video clips here that are all part of this video. Now what is important to understand that finally what will be played in your video is based on what you see here in the timeline and not here in the trim bar. Now generally speaking, whenever I trim a video here in the trim bar, this is also reflected in the clip here in the timeline. So let me change that now here to, let's say, 8.5 seconds. And as you can see, that also changed here in the timeline. Until now, we just did that with our first clip here, but you can obviously trim each of these video clips here. To trim any of these other video clips, simply use that cursor here and put it over the clip that you would like to trim, and then slowly left click twice on the video clip until you see this menu here on the top again, and then click on the scissors symbol, and you can then trim this clip in the very same way that we did with the first one. Now, for entertainment, let us quickly have a look at our short video here. However, the first sequence is now 8.5 seconds, so that is too long. So you can also trim your video clip from here. So I'm just going to hover over the end here of the clip and drag it to the left, and I will put it to maybe 2.5 seconds. So the first clip now just plays for 2.5 seconds. Now to start the video, I will put the cursor here to the very beginning and then press on play. Okay, that's it. So as you can see, you can have multiple video clips here and they will just play one after the other. And for each of these, you can decide how long they are playing by simply trimming them. Now, if you would like to add more video clips to the video, you can always do that. That's very simple. Simply click here on that plus symbol to add a page, then go to videos and then drag and drop an additional video. There's actually even a more simple way to do that. You can actually just drag a video from the video panel and drag it here over this plus symbol, and it will automatically create a new page for you. Now, to make your videos a little bit more interesting, Canva offers you a couple of nice features. One of these features are video transitions. Video transitions are here to make the transition from one video clip to the next more interesting and more coherent. So, as I have mentioned before, your video is probably made up of multiple video clips, and transitions are a great way to kind of build a bridge from one video clip to the next one. So, here's how you add video transitions in Canva. Down here in the timeline below our video, you will notice that between the clips you always have a plus symbol. Now, to add a video transition between the first and the second clip, for instance, click on that plus symbol, and then click here on where it says Add Transition. In the Transitions panel, then choose one of the transitions. Once you hover over a transition, you will immediately see in real time how the transition is going to look like. That's a really cool feature. So in my case, I would like to have a slide transition. So I will just click on that. And it will also show me in real time how that is gonna look like. You can then adjust the duration of the transition, and you can also adjust the direction. So I don't particularly like that the direction is from right to left, so I would like to have that from up to down. So I'm just going to click on that down arrow here instead. And that looks much nicer in my opinion. Now, you can obviously add more than just one transition. So if I would like to have another transition between the second video clip and the third one, I can just go in here, click on that plus symbol between the second and third clip, and then click on Add Transition again, and then once again choose a transition. Maybe a drop transition, why not? The direction is fine this time. And here you can even adjust the origin. And just like that, you can easily add video transitions to your videos. Now, another way to make your videos more interesting is to add text elements to your video. For that purpose, let us have a look at the third video clip that I prepared for you guys here. And here you will see that I actually have the text superhero on my video. This is not text that was already in the video, that is text that I added manually. And how can you add text to your videos manually then? Well, this is very simple. While your video is selected, simply press T on your keyboard to add text. You can then move your text around, make it smaller or bigger, or change the position of the text. However, when we play this third video clip here, you will actually notice that this text is not there from the very beginning of that third video clip, right? Which is actually exactly what we want, because basically what we want is to only have this text appear once those text boxes appear here as well. And these text boxes are actually part of the original video, but they were empty because this video that I chose in Canva is something like a template and lets users add different text for those boxes. So how did I time these text elements here to match my video? Well, to time a text element in a Canva video, simply click on the text element, then click on these three dots here, and then click on Show Timing. And now in your timeline here, you will notice that you will get a box over your video clip, and this is where you now can adjust the timing of the text for your video. So if I would like to have this text starting at the very beginning of the third video clip here, I could just simply drag that to the left. Or if I would just like to have it very late in that third video clip, I can drag it to the right. And like this, I adjusted it to exactly match the point where those text boxes appear in the video. So let us have a look if the timing is good, like this now. And as you can see now, the super is far too late. So I will just left click here on that cursor and drag it to the left to find out where that text box is appearing exactly. And as you can see, this first text box appears very early, so I would just drag the text to that very same point to make sure that super is already there when that text box appears. Now let's watch it again. That's already much better. We are not going into more detail here, you can just play around with it a little bit, but I'm sure you get the idea. In fact, what is important here is that you can do that with each text element in your video. So obviously our hero text here should start at a different point because the text box for hero will only appear later in the video. To adjust the timing here again, I would click on my hero text, then click on the three dots and then click on Show Timing. I will then see it in the timeline and can adjust it accordingly. Now, last but not least, to bring your videos to life in Canva, you can also add animations to your videos. For that purpose, we will have a look at our last video clip here in the timeline. Make sure that the cursor here in the timeline is over the video clip, and then above the video clip, click on Animate. And we now have different animations to choose from. So in our video here, for example, I added this subscribe button to the last video clip. By the way, you can find these nice little animated GIFs by going here to the Elements tab and then search for animated GIFs. Or you could also just search for subscribe button. And you would find all sorts of buttons, a lot of these being animated as well. And then, of course, as always, simply drag and drop it on top of your video. Now, to animate an element in a Canva video, simply make sure to click on the element that you would like to animate and then click on Animate here and then choose one of the available animations. For example, if I would like to have a pop effect for our subscribe button here, I will simply choose the pop effect. And then in real time you will see how that effect is going to look like. As we have clicked on the video page before and not on a specific element, Canva is now actually showing us the page animations. As the name already suggests, these animations will apply to the page. So for instance, if I would like to have a nice zoom effect, I would go with this breathe animation here. And the whole page, or let's just say the video here, will zoom in accordingly. In Canva, however, you can also have animations for certain elements. To add an animation to an element, simply click on the element that you would like to add the animation for, and then choose one of the animations. So if I would like to have my subscribe button here pop, I will simply choose the pop animation. And our subscribe button pops in as soon as the video clip starts to play. Here it's actually the same as for text elements in videos in Canva. You can actually adjust the timing for your animation, which is really nice. To do so, make sure that your element is selected, then click on those three dots here and then click on Show Timing. Now in the timeline, you can adjust the timing for your animation. You should set the timing of your animation in accordance with what you see here in the animate settings, because there you can exactly tell Canva when exactly you would like to have this animation show. The options that you can choose from are both on enter and on exit. Now in the timeline you can see that our animated subscribe button is actually to be shown for the whole duration of the 4th clip, because it expands over the whole clip here. Now let's say you would only like to show this animation when the subscribe button actually appears as defined here in the timeline. Then you would set it here on enter. And now when we play the clip here, you will see that as soon as the subscribe button appears, our pop animation will show. In the same manner, if you would just like to show it in the end, then you would choose here on exit. And if you want to show it at the beginning and at the end, you would choose both here. And that's it for animations as far as Canva videos go. Let us now once again have a look at the video bar. Remember that you can always activate it by simply clicking on your video, and then it will appear above the video. And as we have already treated edit video, then here the trim function. So now let us quickly talk about playback here. In fact, these two features here, loop forever in presentation and autoplay in presentation, are only relevant to you if you would like to use Canva's present mode to present your video. In case you're just downloading your video or use it elsewhere, this is not important for you. But let's assume you do want to use it in present mode, then loop forever in presentation will simply mean that once your video is done playing, it will immediately start again automatically. And the autoplay in presentation means just when you have the presentation open, your video will automatically start to play. Now, if you don't know how to get into the present mode, simply click on share here in the top right corner and then click here on present. If you don't see the present button here, it might be under more here. And that's really all there is to know about these playback options. Next in line is the crop function. So how to crop a Canva video. This one is actually a little bit funny, to be honest. So once we left click on crop, you will then see these circles in the corners, and you would then assume that you could easily make your video smaller, for example. However, this doesn't really work. So you will find out that you can only make the video bigger here, which is a little bit weird in my opinion. So however, there is a way for you to crop this at least a little bit better, but that is not inside here of the crop window. So simply click on done here and then right click on your video and select detach from video. You will then realize that you have some additional handles here now around your video, and now in fact if you go into one of the corners you will be able to resize your video accordingly, and also with these side handles here you can actually really crop your video and choose the fragment of the image that you really would like to show. Like this you can create cool effects. Of course you can also go to video here again and then drop another video in here so that you would have two videos playing at the very same time. Also, instead of that, you can also press Command and C on a Mac or Control and C on a Windows PC, and then press Command and V or Control and V on a PC to duplicate your clip. And like this, of course, you could do some really cool stuff and get really creative with it. And that's basically all there is to know about the crop function in Canva as far as Canva videos go. Now the flip option here in the toolbar is essentially exactly the same as flipping photos in Canva. You can simply click on that and then you can flip your video either horizontally or vertically. And as we have already seen the page animations and the element animations that you can both find here under animate, we are actually done as far as video editing options go in Canva. At least almost. Well, we had a quick look at audio as we have used an audio track from Canva's audio library to enrich our video here. Now there are actually a few very important things that you need to know when you work with video and audio together. This is why I highly suggest you to watch the next video, because there I will tell you everything there is to know about audio editing in Canva. With that said, I thank you guys very much for watching. It was a pleasure, and please don't forget to subscribe to the channel and watch the next video.